Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode we're going to be talking about the Indianapolis Colts versus Tennessee Titans Week 6 matchup based on analytics. Each week I collect all of the current 2017 NFL team data in order to analyze and project potential NFL performance. And since it's a weekly collection, there will always be some fluidity with it. However, there will always be little nuggets of data that could become bigger nuggets of data as the season continues. So stick around as I analyze each week's matchups based on analytics. And if you're new to the channel, all terms and definitions will be in the description. So with this one particular matchup of the Indianapolis Colts versus the Tennessee Titans, when you look at the NFL stat basic comparisons, which essentially looks at how the offense is doing, how the defense is doing, and how the special teams is doing, and most of the data favors the Tennessee Titans. Now, it's important to remember that a lot of the stuff that favors the Titans is because of Marcus Mariota, and I have no clue whether or not he's going to start or not. If Matt Castle starts, honestly, it's anybody's game. If Matt Castle is the starting quarterback in this game, I do not feel comfortable at all about this game. But let's get into some reasons as to why the Titans are favored based on data. And one of the major reasons why they're favored is because their offensive score percentage is a little bit better. They're able to put points on the board more often on each drive versus the Colts. They also are a little bit better in terms of preventing sacks than the Colts, who have been one of the worst teams in the NFL when it comes to preventing sacks in terms of sack percentage. Turnover ratio is pretty much the same between both of these teams. Defensively speaking, both these defenses do not do very well in terms of preventing points from being put on the board, but the Titans are a little bit better, a little bit, 5.83 versus 7.24, so Titans are slightly better, but not amazing. Turnover percentage is pretty much the same between these teams, 16.69 for the Colts, and Titans have a 15.91, so both these teams don't really turn the football over that much on defense. Sack percentage is more so with the Colts. The Colts are better in terms of creating sacks, and the Titans are one of the worst teams in the NFL when it comes to creating sacks. And interception percentage is mostly with the Colts. So, from that kind of perspective, the Colts are a little bit better in terms of getting interceptions, but they don't really create a lot of fumbles and fumble recoveries and, all the other turnovers. The Colts don't really do that. They mostly just do interceptions, because of Malik Hooker for the most part. So that's the only sort of advantages that the Colts have on defense is because of Hooker. Then, of course, when you look at special teams data, the Titans are actually really above average when it comes to punt return yardage, whereas the Colts are one of the worst teams in the NFL when it comes to punt return yardage. Kick return yardage is more so with the Colts, but neither the Colts or the Titans really do well in terms of kick return yardage. Preventing punt return yardage is actually more so with the Colts, and preventing kick return yardage more so with the Colts. So when it comes to defensive special teams, the Colts are actually pretty well from that kind of perspective. Field goal percentage is more so with the Titans than the Colts, but it is pretty even between them. But extra point percentage is actually more so on the side with the Titans in terms of extra point percentage. So that's definitely a big advantage for the Titans in that respect. Then, of course, you look at punting average, which mostly favors the Titans. But again, the main thing to take away from all this information is that the Titans are slightly favored, mainly because their offense puts up more points on a per drive basis than the Colts. But it is important to remember, and I cannot reiterate this enough, that if Matt Castle ends up being the starter in this game, then I would honestly just say all bets are off, because, Castle is not Marcus Mariota. He's just not that great of a quarterback at this point. So from that kind of perspective, I would say that would make it a lot more even and give it possibly to the Colts' favor, to be honest, if that actually was the case. But overall, you have a Titans offense that is kind of average-ish in terms of the NFL, and a Colts defense, and Titans defense. Like, both these defenses are not that great in terms of preventing points being on the board, but at least the Colts do interceptions as well. So, but yeah, that's the basic sort of NFL stat comparison. So now when you get to the other sort of data points, so looking at like completion percentage, the ability to convert with the run in various downs and distances, the pass, sacks, interceptions, etc. When you look at completion percentage for the Colts offense versus the Titans defense, I'm not going to get too much into this, but mostly favors the Titans defense from that respect. The Colts offense doesn't really do that well when it comes to completion percentage and first downs, second downs, or third downs. Then you look at the Titans offense versus the Colts defense, and the Colts actually have advantages in terms of this particular aspect. So the Colts will actually have a lot of advantages when it comes to preventing completion percentage compared to the Titans offense. Then when you look at rushing down, so this is the Colts rushing offense versus the Titans rushing defense. And honestly, it does favor the Titans, but third down, which is a crucial down, I think is going to be the best clash point, I guess, because the Colts have an above average third down rushing offense, whereas the Titans also have an above average third down rushing offense. So that's going to be a key down and maybe a key difference maker in this game is what happens on third down, particularly for the Colts over the Titans, especially 3rd and 1 to 4 and 3rd and 4 to 6, third and short running down, rushing areas. This is where the Titans defense does well, and this is also where the Colts do pretty well. So that's going to be a key matchup to watch. Then, of course, you look at the Titans offense versus the Colts defense in terms of running the football, and the Colts are actually favored. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Derrick Henry getting the ball more. I don't know how that will affect things because there isn't a large enough sample size for Henry to kind of determine anything. But that could have some influence on this as well. So I just want to throw that out there, is that if they give Derrick Henry more carries, there could be a positive change or a negative change. We don't know yet, but there is that sort of thing dangling in the background that they've been talking about possibly giving Henry more carries, which could affect this. Then, of course, you look at passing down. So this is the Colts passing offense versus the Titans passing defense. And honestly, it mostly favors the Titans. The Colts get everything on first down. If they don't create first downs on first down, then they just kind of crumble. So it's like all or nothing when it comes to their passing offense. So that's kind of the uniqueness of the Colts in that respect. Then, of course, you look at the Titans offense versus the Colts defense when it comes to passing downs. And overall, the Colts actually have the advantage here. Slight advantage, but I would say it's kind of evenly matched. But for the most part, neither one of these teams are really that great when it comes to converting with the pass on first down, second down, or third down. And the Colts defense is not exactly amazing in terms of stopping, but I think that'll kind of cancel each other out a bit. I think that's even from that perspective. And then, of course, you look at sack rate of the Colts versus the Titans. Mostly favors the Colts, but second down is going to be a big down for the Titans. The Titans really don't create a lot of sacks, so I wouldn't worry too much about this. But there is some opportunities because the Colts are the worst team in terms of preventing sacks on second down compared to the rest of the NFL. Then, of course, you look at sack rate for the Titans offense versus the Colts defense. Mostly favors the Titans, except for third down. Third down is going to be a crucial matchup to see if the Colts get some wins because most of the sacks the Colts get is on third down, the majority of the sacks. And most of the sacks that the Titans give up is on third down. So that's going to be a crucial matchup. And then, of course, you look at interception ratio, interception rate, Colts offense versus Titans defense, and pretty evenly matched. I mean, there's a slight advantage for the Titans, but pretty even in terms of that. So that's going to be kind of an even sort of distribution. And then, of course, you look at the interception ratio of the Titans offense versus the Colts defense. Heavily favors the Colts defense in terms of first down, second down, and third down. And a lot of this deals with Malik Hooker. And if Matt Castle plays in this game, if he starts in this game, it could be a lot worse than that because of Matt Castle, excuse me. So overall, how do I feel about this particular game? Well, I think it's anybody's game. If Marcus Mariota plays and he's 100% healthy, I do think that gives it more so in favor of the Titans. But if he doesn't play, if it's Matt Castle versus Jacoby Brissett, then I don't know how I feel about this game then, because it could really go either way. So I still kind of want to lean Titans. I do think the Titans, in some respects, offensively, if Derrick Henry starts, I think that might actually improve things a bit. If Marcus Mariota is healthy, I'm kind of banking on him being healthy. I think he'll be healthy and be able to come in the game and perform well. But there is a lot of things here to give the Colts a chance to win this game. So I just want to throw that out there. Like, there is a blueprint for the Colts to win this game. This is definitely a winnable game for the Colts. If they just have to do you know, they just have to do their thing. They have to get some luck. They have to perform in certain areas, and I think and get some turnovers, and I think they definitely can win this game. But ultimately, I'm going to go Titans. I just think that offensive score percentage-wise, there's some things they do a little bit better, and I think Derrick Henry will also add another dimension if he actually gets more touches, and I think Marcus Mariota will play. But again, if Marcus Mariota doesn't play, then I would say it's too close to call then. Because of just how poor both these teams are in terms of various aspects. So, of course, my name is James Coburn. You can find my other work at draftcoburn.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.